Good morning guys, I hope everyone is doing well. In today's video we're gonna be doing a guide video on how to play aircraft carriers. A lot of my subscribers have been suggesting me to make a tutorial on how to play aircraft carrier in the game. So in today's video I'm gonna do that. I will have two main ways to play aircraft carriers, like two play styles. The first one, it's called where you use one unit at a time, so you have more control. It is effective in the current meta, but it doesn't do that much damage. Like, you can do 1,000,000 damage in the first minute, which you can with the second strategy, but we will get there later. For the first one, you can possibly do 1,000,000 damage in 2 minutes if you effectively use your aircrafts, and I will show a gameplay and demonstrate that there. For the second style of ACV, it's called chain attack, basically playing with several units the exact same time. Like, you have your bomber, your strike fighter, your drone up in the air. You can do over 1,000,000 damage in the first minute. It takes a lot of skill, but you can possibly master it in 1 or 2 months. It is very effective, but it is not that effective in the current meta due to some ships having stronger air defenses, them using HQ-26, which will shoot down your units, because you are constantly changing between 3 units at a time. You won't have control over all of them, but I will show all of them in the gameplay so you can understand it better. Here is the first play style where you use one unit at a time, and it's very effective in the current meta. I will show you how to play it in this video. To begin with, you launch your helicopters, strike fighter and fighter. You switch to your fighter, check the enemies, and spot, which is very important. You can intercept their fighters, helicopters, or strike fighter, which will give you a better boost in winning. Once you have spotted that, then you switch to your strike fighter. You go up in the air and attack one of the enemies. Here I attacked the battleship, which is attacked and it has less HP. For this kind of playstyle, you can use strike fighters like the Su-39, the Pan-Spatial Rumbat, and also the last battle pass strike fighter called the Harrier 2B. It is very powerful. Here you can see I deal about 350,000 damage. Then you start with your bomber. You go to the enemy that you have attacked, but it depends. You can attack the close enemy. Here in this video I attack the Super Lasses because it has less durability. You get close with the KBX and shoot everything. This will do around 200,000 damage, as you can see here. For this kind of playstyle, you can use the KBX because it's the best bomber, or you can use the B-21. After that, you start with your drone. You can either attack the close enemy or continue with the enemy that you've attacked already. For the drone, I would like to use the Aksungar because it's a very good drone. It has 2 anti-flare weapons and it also has anti-sub, so it's a very good all-rounder drone, but you can use whichever you like. After that, you start again with your strike fighter. Here you can see we have a 2v4, but I will manage to win. We have 2 enemies with less health, so those are the main targets which are able for me to kill easily. Here I will kill the battleship because it had low health and he's dead. Then you switch to the other enemy, but my strike fighters are down. Then you start again. Here the threat is the Zumwalt, which is closer to me, so I attack that because the submarine is already attacking their CV. Zumwalt is very vulnerable to torpedoes, so I can deal guaranteed damage. You can use your grenade launchers to defend your ships from torpedoes and the enemy. I usually play this as a target. So done with that, we reload the damaged units. Here I reload my bomber, then I go to the submarine. The reason why I say KBX is the best bomber because it has two weapons that are anti-flare, and one of those are torpedoes, which can do a ton of damage against submarine, as you can see here. Over 264,000 damage. I will be able to kill the submarine easily because two of my units has anti-sub capabilities. That's why I use the Aksunga. Has anti-sub, anti-flare missiles. So you can see here, I will easily be able to kill their submarine. Here you go, a perfect match. We did 4 kills and 1.8 million damage, which is impressive for the first gameplay. Now we move on to the second type of playstyle for ACV. It is called chain attack. It is really hard to do, it takes a lot of skill because you're playing with several units at a time, but over time with practice you can master this. It is pretty similar to the first one, but you launch everything except the bomber. You spot because it's very crucial and important. For strike fighter you can use J36, which is the best for this type of playstyle. It is a battle pass strike fighter. You can buy it easily in the market. Here I'll choose a large target, which is the RF Admiral Nikanov. It has less air defense and it's easy for me to manage. I'll use the Jackknife, which is the best bomber for this playstyle. You start with your strike fighter, deal damage, and then switch to the bomber at the exact same time. So you can see here you can do a ton of damage and easily kill the first enemy faster. But my kills is stolen here, so it's not a big deal. I would be able to do around 500,000 damage. The Pan-Spatial Jackknife is the best bomber for this playstyle, but you can use P1 or any other bomber, but I would recommend using the Jackknife because it's very suitable for this playstyle and it does around 180,000 damage with missiles only, and if you do a full burst it will be around 230,000 damage. For drone I would use the Aksungar because I said before it's one of the best drone, but for this playstyle you can try to use the Pan-Spatial Spider Wing, the Sleddy Top drone, which is the current battle pass drone, or also the MD-22 drone, which is another good drone. I will recommend some clips from my channel where I do chain attack and able to do over 800,000 damage in one go. You can watch that. I will put the link in the description. And I will also recommend a channel that you can take a look and watch some gameplays. It's called Devastation. He has one of the best gameplays with chain attack. The gameplays are old, like 4 or 5 months old, but you can take a look at them and kind of get an idea of how it's done. And that's pretty much it. The main thing in this playing ACV is practice. You basically practice with yourself. You get the idea. I recommended the equipment, showed you some clips and videos that you can take a look and train with. And you should be able to master playing aircraft carriers in less than a month. Also, for some recommendation, I will put the images after the clip, the videos. You can take a look at them, copy. I will also recommend air defenses, autocannons, helicopters, fighters, everything that you need. Thanks for watching guys. I will show the images now.